Welcome back everyone, it's Untap Your Go, and today we're playing another mono red list in the arena. And this is actually a creation of my friend's, a very close friend of mine. He has had a lot of success with it and is actually in diamond rank almost with it, so needless to say, it's a very strong deck. It doesn't have a lot of bad matchups outside of like Mill and occasionally the Omnath deck, depending on how good their hand is and how many ultimatums that they can resolve. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to ramp with Solemn and Irencrag feet so we can get an Ugin into play as early as turn 5, and we want to stick a double vision so that way we can make all of our instants and sorceries just that much stronger than they already are. And we're trying to close out the game with Irencrag feet, double visions, and Volcanic Geyser. With Irencrag feet and double visions, the way this interaction works, you get to add all of the 7 mana from each individual Irencrag feat and still be able to cast a second spell. I'm not sure quite how it works or why it works, but it does. And you can net a lot of mana with this, and then you can Volcanic Geyser your opponent for a very, very large amount of damage. And that's the deck. Very short, sweet, to the point. Hope you all enjoy it. If you do, there's a link to the deck in the description, and please consider leaving a like and a comment, as well as subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. And let's take this into the arena and see how we do today. Okay, we're on the play with a pretty awkward hand. We do have a red source of Shatterskull Smashing, so we could keep this, but we'd have to bank on drawing another land. Double Radiant Fountain could be nice, keep us alive a little bit. I think we try it. We'll start with that tapped. Awesome, never punished. Drew into our second red source. Perfect. Alright, still nothing from our opponent, so we'll just gain some life and pass. Lucky Clover. It's kind of scary. We don't have any way of dealing with that. So we need to ramp into our Ugin so we can exile everything that they have in play by that point. Alright, going with the Lotus Cobra, followed up with an immediate fetch land, always have it. And at least it's Evolving Wilds and not Fabled Passage, so they would have the extra mana this turn too. Yep. Opponent's going off this turn. Gonna Beanstalk for 2 more lands, get 2 more mana off the Lotus Cobra. Now they're up to 4 mana. And they can do it again. Just get all their basics. Right. Opponent buys Urian. Not sure how much Urian actually helps here. Go ahead and get the 2. They're not going to trade. Just pass it up. Opponent grabs another Lotus Cobra. That's cool. Sure. Maybe we can catch them trying to tutor for basics. No, they're just going to straight up Urian. Alright, well I might as well wipe the board here and get a draw. No good targets for our Urian, our opponent's Urian. Alright, we were 1 turn away from having Ugin. I think we hold up the Volcanic Geyser and the Cinderclasm for anything else they might have. It'd be nice if they just tapped out for a Beanstalk Giant. I'll eat the 5 or the 4. Alright, so the first Ugin is just going to straight up die, but that's fine. Cool, so we got our opponent now where they have nothing. They could be holding on counter magic. I still think we honestly just run it out and try. Opponent might have like a Brazen Borrower. Yeah, so they're just gonna flash it in. We're gonna start trying to attack down the Ugin. Our opponent's going for the face. Alright, so our opponent doesn't care about Ugin, which is kind of alarming. They probably have something else that they can effectively deal with it. Alright, opponent not doing anything. Very awkward. I think we run out the Solemn, get a basic. That's fine. Bounce the Borrower before I can, or bounce the Ugin before I can get an activation. Should have activated first. Misplay on my part, but it's okay. Hopefully our opponent runs out this other Brazen Borrower. Actually, they lost it because they had no legal target. They didn't use the copy. If you don't use the copy, it for some reason it resolves it to the point where you don't get the adventure half. So I guess that worked out for us. And I think we're okay with just passing it up here. Hold up for another Cinderclasm. I'll lead to 3 this turn. See if our opponent wants to run out anything. Another Lucky Clover is kind of not so good for us. Alright, so our opponent didn't do anything. Now it seems like a good time to wipe. I don't got an Irencrag feat. Now we just need to find ourselves a double visions. But we're doing okay. Now we have shock, we can hold up for any lethal or any attacker. Okay. Well, our opponent hits down the Ugin. Perverse's Intervention is a card I considered playing too. But we're just going to shock our opponent. And we have exactly lethal. Good game, opponent. Opponent's on the play. And our hand seems weird. Against a Urian deck, the webs might not be relevant, depending on what they're playing. Could be another Team of Adventures list. We have a lot of tapped lands too. I think I'm gonna have to mulligan this. This hand seems a little bit better. Bottom of Storm's Wrath, probably regret it later. Irencrag Feat's not bad. So we're still not drawing much any action. Okay. Who's on the ramp plan? We'll play one of these tapped. We have Solemn deck, so we're definitely gonna have our lands. Alright, so it's another math deck. Not great. Storm's Wrath off the top's great. And opponent's up 8 life, which is not good for us. And they don't. So I think we run out the Solemn. Start getting the mana. Okay, opponent. What are you gonna dig for a counterspell? They were so quick on that. They were like, yeah, we're drawing 2 first. Or we're gonna scry 2 and draw 1, boy. Yeah, I'm gonna take that action always. Till I got no basics left in me. Alright, put in with another Omnath. Probably followed up with a Fabled Passage, because of course. Why wouldn't it? Oh no, it's just a regular land. Just good old fashioned 4 life. That's still pretty good. So I can get down the double visions and start going for his life total, but I might have to just kill this Omnath here. It'd be too greedy not to, right? Yeah, Omnath has to go. Can't live. I'm just down to 30. Very far away from victory here. Elspeth Conquers Death's pretty good. Let's start getting our double visions. Okay, banishing life for our opponent. Now I think they just kind of have us locked out of the game. Opponent bought their Urian. Well, we might as well just run out the Solemns. Thin out our deck a little bit. Opponent's got the Omnath to draw the card. Doing the thing. Always doing the thing. This deck just never stops. Meanwhile, we need to find anything that we can interact with our opponent with. They're finding their land drops. Opponent decides not to flicker the Omnath. I guess they figured losing the counter is more important than getting the extra card. Alright, we found another double visions. Not quite what we want, but Volcanic Geyser to move you in a better spot. Assuming our opponent doesn't have a counterspell. Okay. Well, now we just kind of hold up until we can get a Geyser or a Shatterskull. Right, another Elspeth Conquers Death for our opponent, just keeping us out of the game. Good game, opponent. Right. Our opponent's on the play, but we have a pretty decent opener, so we're going to try this. Up against Mill. Not looking good. Storm's Wrath will deal with the crabs. They're going to get plenty of mill between now and then, though. On the bright side, we can kill that. Crawling Barrens is a good draw. Means we have a body. Opponent's sending some good stuff. Would have loved to have all of that. I'm just gonna pass. Opponent had something. Sure. It's pretty good. So I just Storm's Wrath this, and then our opponent does nothing. Hopefully. Not even gonna attack? Come on, man. Until Heron for our opponent. We just run out Solemn, get some ramp. We're okay with taking 3. Let our opponent commit to the board a little bit more. Perfect. Yep. And now our opponent's just out of cards. I'm gonna go back up to 2. Let's try another Storm's Wrath. Okay, I'll run out one of the Shatterskulls. I'll just pass. Okay, another crab for the opponent. It's pretty good. That's better. I think we have to run out our double visions. We're going to take a little bit of damage here, but that's okay. Smashing and double it next turn, or we could just Geyser. Scoot Swarm. Pretty scary. Alright, so we're going to kill the Scoot Swarm so they can't blow up our double visions. We'll just hit our opponent in the face for the second copy. They still get the 4/4, but they don't get the mutate ability. Get 5 and double it so we can kill it. Yeah. It's not great. It's not what I want to do. But I can kill the crab and Gem Razor. And then we just worry about the Elder Gargaroth on the following turn. But we're very close to dead. Okay, down to 5. Okay, opponent has 5 mana. Parcel Beast. Radiant Fountain gains us back some life, so that's cool. So Shatterskull hits for 6. Their creatures are super dead. Cool, so we got another Volcanic Geyser and an extra double vision, so we have lethal on the next turn. Okay, another Ruben Crab. And that's a good draw. Our opponent with no cards in hand, I think we actually got there. It's just to get the extra mana. $19, $20, $21, $22, $23, $24. Fireball our opponent. Good game. On to the next one. As long as our draws are okay, this hand is fine. I'll take another Solemn. I just would really prefer a 4th land. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead, kill that. Sure. Cool, we hit our next land. Which means we'll have a turn 5 Ugin. We just gotta hope our opponent doesn't go AWOL between now and then. Yikes. That's a quick Gargaroth. Okay. Okay. So I think what we do is we just play the Solemn, get the basic, and he's gonna chump. For sure. Yep. I will take that action always. Alright, opponent grab some more basics. It's okay. Just gonna go ahead and run out the Ugin, -5. We'll run out of Valakut and pass. Cobra plus Passage. You did it. A+. A+. That's quality. It's quality Magic content right there. Another Gargaroth. Yikes. Alright, we'll go ahead and kill off the Cobra. Does our opponent have a response? Yikes. Okay. Stuff's indestructible. So I'll hit you for 3. Play this out and find ourselves another basic. We'll just pass. No blocks. He would die regardless. Might as well kill this Cobra now. Alright, let's just hope our opponent doesn't have another one. Another heroic intervention. Nope. Alright, cool. So we can take care of the Gargaroth. Live to see another turn. Our opponent is seeing a lot of cards though this game, so I would not be surprised if they happen to have another one already. Like I almost want to be wrong. I just want to be wrong about it, but I can't because they just, you know, I play this game too much and I know these cards too much. They're just, I knew they were gonna have it. Cinderclasm doesn't do anything for us, so we're gonna put it to the bottom. Try to find something better. Spikefield Hazard helps. Well, I can kill it next turn. So I think this turn we just keep up the Solemn as another blocker. Opponent's scrying on their main phase. They happen to like both. Yep. I'll go ahead and do the block here. Irencrag feet's not bad either. Let's just deal with both of these. Though, it really, we need like a Storm's Wrath and a Double Visions here. Pick off one of the tokens in response. So we don't need to worry about X being higher than that. We can just kill both of these. We're still very much dead soon if we don't draw into a Storm's Wrath. That would have been explosive. Oh wait, no. That's just game. Password search has a kicker. Yike. Good game, opponent. Alright, we're up against Code Monkey. Code Monkeys was a pretty funny show. Surprised I'm not actually not surprised it got canceled. It was pretty stupid, but I liked it. Same seems okay. Or I can lose my connection. Let's try this again. Up against Burn, this should be a relatively easy matchup. I'll just kill it, whatever. I'm just giving us the option to. No follow-up for our opponent either. Getting to him pass. Now this is where we get punished and never draw a second land, or a third land. Called it. It's almost like the shuffler's fine. The shuffler's absolutely fine. Yep. Oh, that freaking sucks. At least we got a land. Sure. Yep. Well, I might as well kill off the Fervent Champion. Take 4. We hit our land. Do I want my opponent to commit a little bit more? Is that a little greedy? I think so, but I'm doing it because I'm going to tutor for a basic, have Solemn as a blocker, and let my opponent develop more of a board state before a Storm's Wrath. Okay. Taking another 4. Go ahead and wipe that off the table. And now we have the Cinderclasm for any X1 that our opponent might have. Our opponent can get back the Phoenix, which is a little irritating. Spikefield Hazard or something would be nice to have. Yep. Okay. We actually just pass it up. Maybe our opponent will spend this turn pumping. Yeah, that sucks. But we definitely can't let that live. And there's a Spikefield I would have loved to have. Yeah, if we can run out the Mazemind, go ahead and Storm's Wrath the Torbrand, and just start setting up our draws, hopefully find something to keep us alive. Irencrag Feet's not what we need. Pass. The opponent's going to get one turn. Oh no, they can't even actually, they're out if they still don't have enough cards to exile and bring back the birdie. And we get to untap with a shock. I'm feeling okay about it. I'm just going to pass it up again. Let's go ahead and scry again. I don't think we need Shatterskull anymore either. Double Visions is good. Now our opponent can just hit us with Burn. If they have more Bonecrushers or Shocks, we could just be dead. Still gonna hold up the Shock. Go ahead and draw a card. Valakut Awakening is a pretty good draw for us. Which means we can hold up all of our removal, or we can just put it all back for a new grip. But it's still nothing. So we'll go ahead, pass this. For the original, I will put back a Cinderclasm. For the new one, I'll put back Bonecrusher and Shock. And I think we just honestly slam Ugin. Our opponent scoops on the spot. Good game. Hey everyone, welcome back with the wrap up. Today we went 3-2. Same record as yesterday with the other red deck, but this deck seems like it has a lot more of an end game plan than yesterday's video. This deck definitely wants to go over the top. If it can get there, it definitely gets there. We had a few games though where we just fell behind and were unable to deal with our opponent's threats, but overall the deck is solid. It's a lot of fun. If you like it, please consider checking out the deck link and trying it out yourselves, as well as try and leave some other deck lists to other things you want me to try. If there's anything that you want to suggest for me to try and play on air, I would love to play your ideas on camera. So please consider leaving that like in the comment down below, as well as subscribe and hit the bell and all the other YouTube stuff. And I will catch everyone in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a nice day.